Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Brooke Buckner. In the aftermath of Monday's mass shooting hoax at the University of Arkansas, students are still feeling uneasy. And tonight, Bo Russell is speaking with one U of A junior whose emotional TikTok went viral.
Jenna Crafton posted this TikTok on Monday after she feared for her life inside Mullins Library.
I see people just running for the exits, and I realized something is terribly wrong. And I've been a student in America for a long time, so I had to guess at what that meant.
Jenna says that because of all the misinformation being spread, she assumed the worst.
You assume it's something really bad. So I thought my best friend was dead for like 30 minutes because he wasn't able to get back to me in the commotion. There's rumors that there's 3 men with guns. There's rumors that one is driving. It's a lot of confusion.
Students on Monday were rushed from the library in front of me to the student union behind me. But Jenna tells me that after the event happened, the university used both the union and the library in an unusual way.
They expanded caps so that students could have more drop-in hours. On Tuesday, they hosted it in Mullins Library. And then I believe it was Friday, they hosted it in the union. Both are places that are immense sites of trauma. And students don't want to go there in order to process that trauma. And I think it is insane and tasteless to host them in those areas.
Hoping to advocate for better mental health resources, Jenna met with members of the university on Friday.
I do feel like they heard me, which I appreciate. They are definitely resistant to committing to anything, though, which I found frustrating.
She says that in the meantime, she and other students she's spoken with want their feelings acknowledged.
Insensitive response, especially from, the counseling and psychological services to host it in the site of traumas. It blows my mind that that was ever approved. But we also want just an apology for what went wrong. A lot of students feel wronged by the university.
The university has said it will not comment on its mental health services. It offers 24-hour emergency counseling and psychological services through the CAPS program. Meanwhile, in Maumelle, a man is in custody after a shooting at an apartment complex earlier today. Jerron Eddington faces charges of battery, possession of a controlled substance, and obstruction of government operations in the shooting that the police department says they learned about after someone showed up to a local hospital with a gunshot wound. When they went to learn more, they found that it happened in the 200 block of Pine Forest Drive inside an apartment. We're told that victim has minor injuries, but another person who was in the apartment is now in custody on charges that are not related to the shooting. A federal judge has blocked a Trump administration effort to fast-track deportations of some undocumented immigrants. The policy would subject migrants detained in the interior of the country to accelerated deportation. Right now, expedited removal only applies to those detained within 100 miles of the U.S. border. Also, fast-tracked migrants must not have resided in the U.S. for more than 2 weeks. District Court Judge Gia Cobb slammed the effort to expand expedited deportations, citing the Fifth Amendment as guaranteeing due process. Tonight, the TSA says nearly 17.5 million flyers are estimated to pass security checkpoints this Labor Day weekend, but it's not without a couple hiccups across the country. In Dallas, weather is playing a factor as hundreds of flights have been delayed due to strong storms. And on the way to Houston, one flight hit turbulence, causing it to drop 4,000 feet in just a minute. Spirit Airlines is also having a tough time as the Florida-based airline declared bankruptcy for a second time this year. Nathan, how's the weather looking here at home for the holiday weekend?
Brooke, we start off our Labor Day weekend with some really nice weather, and that's going to continue to be the trend into your Sunday and also most of Labor Day. We have been watching increasing clouds. Here's a radar trying to show maybe a sprinkle trying to develop over Yell County or Logan County, but most likely this is not reaching the ground because the atmosphere is still quite dry. We'll settle down into the mid-60s to begin your Sunday, and then with a mixture of sun and clouds once again, temperatures will rebound into the upper 80s, maybe some low 90s in Camden, Monticello, low 80s Harrison, and also Fayetteville. Here's future radar to time things out throughout the day on your Sunday. Expect a mixture of sun and clouds. Can't rule out there could be maybe a stray sprinkle, but a lot of this activity will not reach the ground. I think the best chance of maybe a passing shower will be northwest Arkansas and also west Arkansas, but overall the sunshine will be filtered out by the clouds from time to time. Monday, Labor Day, maybe a slightly better chance, about a 20% chance there could be a quick passing shower as we go throughout the day. This is a different look at future radar using our in-house model, and it does highlight a better opportunity of some showers moving through north Arkansas, trying to push its way into parts of central Arkansas, but I think most of us will stay on the dry side for all those barbecues taking place. A better chance of more coverage as scattered showers and thunderstorms arrives here on Tuesday as you head back to work and also school as a little disturbance. A weak front will make its way through, but we've got a more significant cold front that will make its way through here later Wednesday and into Thursday. And behind this front, another surge of some unseasonably cool air for this time of year as that high pressure is coming straight from Canada. Look at your lows forecast for Friday morning now. Temperatures will drop down into the 50s. In Russellville, Clinton, maybe upper 50s in the surrounding areas of the metro. Everybody else waking up with numbers into the low 60s. So no sign of summer heat coming back, at least over the next 7 days. Here's your 7-day forecast now. The temperatures very comfortable. Closing out the month of August, heading into the first week of September. A best chance of a shower or thunderstorm will be on Tuesday, and then getting into the following weekend, we'll see temperatures still into the 80s for the most part. But I do think that summertime heat, I don't think we're done with the 90s just yet. I think that will start to make a comeback as we get later into the month of September.
Thank you, Nathan. A Central Arkansas teacher could be getting some national recognition and a sweet prize, too, but she needs your help. THV 11's Carter Thweet tells us about Cabot Middle School North's Briley Saunders and how you can help make her the ultimate hero of the classroom.
If you look online at Kleenex's Heroes of the Classroom contest, you'll find 10 teachers from all across the country and one from right here at home.
She's phenomenal. She brings such good energy to the building. She absolutely loves her kiddos.
Ask Cabot Middle School North Principal Micah House and he'll tell you 5th grade literacy teacher Briley Saunders is one of the best around. For her, teaching is a calling because she saw some great ones growing up.
My twin brother, Blake, has Asperger's, and he needed extra time growing up. Basic things like tying his shoes, those things were not as quick for him to learn. And I always saw that his teachers were always very patient with him.
These days, Blake is in medical school, something Briley attributes to these teachers who poured into him and her. Now in her 4th year with Cabot Schools, she tries to go the extra mile for her students too.
Kids aren't going to learn if they don't feel safe, they don't feel loved and supported. And so that's my number one, is to have all my kids know that I am here to cheer them on. I see them as more than just a student.
And the people in Briley's life see her as more than just an ordinary teacher. So much so that for this year's Heroes of the Classroom contest, sponsored by Kleenex, one of Briley's friends nominated her. And on the first day of school,
she had texted me several times and I'm at school, I can't respond. And so she was just like, call me in all caps. And so as soon as I had my lunch break at 10:45, I called her and she was like, remember that contest I told you about? You're a top 10 finalist.
Briley says the support she's gotten since then has been incredible, whether she wins the $10,000 grand prize or not. But the people around her hope she wins.
It's just an awesome opportunity to showcase how much our teachers do and how hard they work for kiddos.
I like her because she is one of the funniest teachers and one of the best teachers I ever had.
In Cabot, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Thanks, Carter. The winner of this contest will be determined by a public vote, with the last day being September 8th. So if you'd like to cast your vote for Briley, you can do that right now at heroesoftheclassroom.com. That link will also be on our website. Wrightsville is also celebrating, as today the city hosted its 43rd annual Wrightsville Day. It all started with a parade at 10 this morning and didn't wrap up till dark. So as you can imagine, there was plenty of fun to be had with free haircuts, food trucks, live music, and pretty much anything else you can think of. Mayor Derek Rainey says it's a great chance for the whole community to come together.
The day is not secluded to just the city limits. This is for all of Highway 365, from Sweet Home to Hensley. People are coming from all over just to be here at Wrightsville Day, and we support it as one community.
The parade is typically held every year during Labor Day weekend. And in case you missed it, the Razorbacks sealed their first victory of the season earlier today. The game is always, of course, a more enjoyable experience when your team wins, but for many, the fun starts in the parking lot hours before the teams even take the field. Football is synonymous with tailgating, and whether you partake or not, it's something you can't avoid when heading to the stadium, especially here in Arkansas. And for those really loyal fans, it's a good way to meet others who are just as crazy as you are. For this week's game, some fans told told us they got there around 2:30 on Friday, more than 24 hours before the game started, just so they could secure a good spot.
It's just a whole family atmosphere, everybody mingling, talking all day, having a good time, and getting prepared to go to the game. So it's just a fun day. I mean, we always spend basically the whole day doing this.
One fan has even turned his love for game day into a business, creating custom trailers for the ultimate tailgating experience.